Good morning, everyone. This is Cindy, and I am fixing to make some altered ornaments. I'm going to decorate them, and I thought maybe you might like to join me. I've been doing these for a while now, and I have them in my Etsy, and I need to make some more. So, yeah, I thought maybe you might like to watch me and learn how I do it. It's very simple. I'll take you through the steps, and we may even add some more fun stuff to them. But first of all, let me tell you that they're glass balls, and I get them at Hobby Lobby, and you get 6 in a box for $5.99, but most of the time they have them on sale for half off. So when they do, I stock up. I buy pink, aqua, silver, and white is what I work with. And so I thought I would share with you. Let me move this. This one's completed. I thought I would show you. And I leave the back plain. If someone requests that I put some tulle or something on the back, I don't mind at all. But the basic ones, and all my other supplies also come from Hobby Lobby. My satin ribbon, my tulle, my flowers, and are all from Hobby Lobby, as well as the bulbs. However, these are vintage, and I bought them from a lady years ago that I don't know what the deal was, but she had just a bunch of them. So I have these in white, blue, and yellow. I mean pink. So let's get started. Let me get my little bowl over here that I keep it in so it doesn't run off on me. Now, I do mine different than I'm sure anybody else. I think I've told you before, I do not use hot glue. I burned myself really, really, really bad one time, and I said, okay, that's it. No more hot glue for me. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to show you how to make these little poofs too. But I'm going to go ahead and glue this one on, and I have this one ready to work on so we don't have to wait on that part to dry. But I'm sure you will probably use hot glue, but I'm using my standard glue, Fabrifix. So I'm going to put me a dab of glue right there. And you want to be very careful. You don't want to get anything on this bulb, or it will make a mark on it. So while I'm letting this dry, I will show you and talk to you about some of my other supplies. I have these white leaves, and these are vintage also, and I've had these a very long time. These flowers I use a lot of. They come in different sizes. They're this size, and then this smaller petite size. And I get them from a shop called My Little Scrap Shop. And she always has them. And then I use a lot of these. They come in a bag like this, and I get these at Hobby Lobby. You get 12 for $2.99, and most of the time they're on sale, so you can't beat that. Picked up another one of those the other day when I was there. And then here's more of my vintage flowers. I don't imagine you'll be able to find those. I've had those for quite a long time. And then I have some little pink pearls we might use that are on a string. And they also came from My Little Scrap Shop. And let's see. guess that's about it. So let me see how this little guy's doing, if I can put him down. And I think I'm going to have, yeah, I am. I grabbed everything but my pink satin ribbon, so let me go get that. It's just right behind me. Okay. So this one is dry and ready to go. Let me see. Okay, so let me first, I'll go ahead and show you how I make these little tulle puffs. I get this is 6-inch instead of 12-inch tulle, and I find this at Joann's. It's the only place I ever have been able to find it, and I really like it. So what you do when you make one of these poofs, I just take and I put a little bit of a tail here and I wrap around once, and then I come back up and then I cut it and I leave a little bit there, and then I come back and cut a little bit more, and then I just kind of pull this off my fingers like this. And I stick that through and then pull it off, and then I tighten a knot, and that's all you have to do. And then you have to fiddle with it a little bit. I'm gonna tie it in a knot. Okay. Then you kind of want to just pull. You should have 2 loops on both sides, either side. And you just kind of pull them like this. And you can sit around, you know, while you're watching TV and make all this kind of stuff. And then when you get ready to make your ornaments, you've got everything ready. Then you come over on this side and kind of pull out. Okay. There you go. That's the little poofs that I use on all my ornaments. And for some reason it's a softer tool also, which really helps. Okay, so there's that. And that's going to go on my ornament. Okay, now the next thing I'll show you is how I make my bows. And they're a double loop, and so you start out, you put it on your index, this finger right here, and then you wrap it around, and you come up, and you go over your index finger, you come down, you go up again, you come down, and you leave a tail, but you want to leave a longer tail than this because you've got to do some wrapping and you'll run out. So you're going to come back over, and you're going to go around the center once, and then you're going to go around the center again, and then you're going to pull up the loop in the back. You're going to stick the end of your ribbon through, and you're going to pull tight. And that gives you a double loop ribbon. Okay. There you go. Okay, let me see. I've got one. Okay, let me make another one. Well, let me go ahead. Let's go ahead and get this glued, and then that way it can be drying. Okay, so the next thing I do is I take and I kind of pull these to the side, and I take my glue and put a nice little dollop right there, and then I put my satin bow. And you gotta hold it a minute because it takes a little bit for it to dry. And then while it's drying, usually what I do is I get me a little assembly line going. And I'll tell you something else. I have a Wilton muffin tin. It's larger than the smaller tins, and I get it out and put a bulb in each one of the holes in the tin, and yeah, that works really well. Okay, now the next thing we're going to decide is if we want to use, let me get this. Okay, next thing we want to decide is if we want to use one of these or if we want to use a couple of these. I really like these because they match really, really well. And then we also have some little pearls that we can put on there. You just snip them off. So, next thing we gotta do is get this dry enough to do the next step. So, let me just hold it a little bit more and it'll be ready to go. You know, our good old Fabri-Tac, it works pretty well. So yeah, I just gather up a bunch of things and pull it out of my stash. But basically everything that I'm using today, except the beads and the flowers, came from Hobby Lobby. So, and I saw on an advertisement that they're having their 50% off again this week. I went Friday, I think it was, and Thursday, Friday, and they're starting to get low on their Christmas things. So if you're still needing Christmas, you might want to buzz on over there. Okay, let's put this guy in his bucket. And I'm going to use some of these pretty pearls that I got from my scraps, my little scrap. And I am going to snip it right above this big one. And that'll give me some, well, actually, I think it's gonna, there's some glue up there, so I think we're good to go on that. It kind of just wants to stay, so that's a good thing. Okay, so we've added this, and next I think we will go ahead and put on our flower. That'll give us some stability up there, and then we can start figuring out what else we want to do. So let's put a dab of glue right there, and we're going to pop this flower in. Okay, and it'll take just a minute. I really like these satin bows. I think they're really pretty. Somebody, I can't remember who it was, years and years ago, a lady, I guess it was on Facebook or somewhere, was showing us how to make these flowers, and I mean bows, and I think they're really pretty. And you can make them with, well, basically I made the tulle puffs just like that also. So, yeah. Okay, and then I thought maybe we might let's see how this thing's doing. I'm going to lay it down for a minute, then I can give it some more pressure in a minute after we decide what else we're going to do. Okay, I'm thinking maybe we might put a couple of these little white leaves on it. And we're definitely going to put two of those little, we're definitely going to put two of these on here, and we're just going to kind of tuck them up under the flower. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these off. Get those ready to go. So let's see what we got going here. Okay. I am going to, let's see, I think I want to just put it on to here. And I'm going to kind of do it like this so we can tuck it up in there. And I'm going to put just a little bit of glue on the back here. And then I'm just going to tuck it up under there and kind of bend it. And let me get my pokey tool. Where did it go? Here it is. Then I'm just going to kind of poke up there and hold it. And you don't have to worry about these flowers. They poof back out real nice. So it looks like I'm murdering it, but I'm really not. Okay. Now I want to put one more. I'm gonna make this one a little. I'll make this one a little shorter, so I kind of pulled off a couple of the flowers, and then I'm going to put just a little bit of glue on the back of this one, and then I'm gonna come around in the front of that one, and I'm just gonna kind of stick it up there, like so. Okay. Now we're gonna have to just let this dry just a minute, kind of get our little flowers going in the right direction. Hope everybody's doing well today. Christmas is going to be upon us before we know it. Okay, now what I want to do, I think, is I am going to tuck this pretty little leaf up, and it will kind of cover the ends of all this stuff right here. So I'm just going to kind of tuck that in there, and it's wired so I can bend it forward. And we've just about got this pretty one done. Okay. There we go. And I'm going to trim that. It can kind of do that. So now we have our finished ornament, and I used the vintage white leaf here. I used the vintage flowers here and some pearls. And my flower, as I said, came from Hobby Lobby. My ribbon came from Hobby Lobby. My tool came from Hobby Lobby, and also my ornament. So there you have it. And I think and when it dries really well, I'm gonna work my tool down some, but I don't want anything to come off right now. But yeah, isn't that pretty? So that one's finished. And this little pokey tool is really wonderful. You can just get up in there. I got this, believe it or not, I think I went to Amazon and keyed in pokey tool, and this came up. It was like $7.99, and it has surely been worth it. It's it works well. Okay, we've got that one done. And I think I'll go ahead and finish up this one. And I think we will use, let's see here. No, I don't think I'll use that. Okay, let me make another bow right quick and we'll go over it. So I'm going to hold it and go loop it over this finger, and I'm going to come up and down and up and then down. And then remember, you need to leave a long tail because you've got to work 2 loops. That's your first one. And then you've got to go around again. So that kind of takes up some of your real estate in your ribbon. And then you're going to pull it right through the back. And you're going to pull it tight. And there you go. Separate your ribbons. Trim them. Put just a dollop of glue right here. Put your ribbon on, and then come back and put another dollop of glue right here on this flower on the back. And you're going to take and put that flower right there, and then you can hold everything as it dries, or if you're using hot glue, you don't have to worry about it. So this one's just going to be simple. I'm going to have some tulle here and the pretty satin ribbon. I always make sure that I get double-faced ribbon. You want to have double-faced ribbon. You don't want half of your ribbon not shiny. So, and then I'm just going to mash that down. Get out my pokey tool and just kind of hold it like that. And turns out really pretty. You can kind of see. I'm going to keep this one simple. I'm just going to have the tulle and the pretty ribbon and this nice focal point flower. So there we go. And I just never know what I'm going to use. Sometimes I put vintage lace on them before I put the flowers and everything. But I was just kind of showing you how to do it. And got a beautiful plate full of Christmas ornaments here. You can also put a little snowflake down. I might, when that one dries, I might put a snowflake on it. But yeah, you just gather up all your things. This is some pretty lace. At some point I'll use on one. And just have all kind of fun things here. Just gather up your stuff. And the first thing you want to do is get your tulle on. And then it just depends on what you want to do as to when you want to add your flower. A lot of times if I'm going to put some stuff cascading down, I'll go ahead and do it first. And then put my flower on. That's how I make them, and I've been making them for quite a while. So I hope you enjoyed it, and you can run on up to Hobby Lobby and get you some. And like I say, these flowers, even if they're not on sale, they're only $2.99. But most of the time they're on sale. So grab you a couple of packs of those. Grab you some satin ribbon. And go back to the flower, back where they have the Prima flowers and all that. And if you don't want to fool with ordering flowers, you can buy you a pack of these similar to this rose here, and you'll be good to go. You can start making your ornaments. They'd be beautiful just in a bowl like this. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will talk to you soon. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.